Have you ever been deeply distressed by your pain? How did you get over that hurt? Listen to the story of the boy Aiden in the story, Overcoming Pain and Letting Go. Once upon a time, there was a 12-year-old boy named Aiden. He lived in a small town with his parents, who loved him dearly and did everything they could to make him happy. One day, Aiden's parents went out for a drive on a beautiful summer day. They were laughing and joking as they drove down the winding country roads, enjoying the warmth of the sun and the beauty of the countryside. But then, in an instant, everything changed. Another car, driven by a drunk driver, swerved into their lane and collided with their car head-on. Aiden's parents were killed instantly, and Aiden was left alone and in shock. For days after the accident, Aiden was in a daze. He couldn't believe that his parents were gone, and he didn't know what to do. His relatives and friends tried to comfort him, but nothing seemed to help. Aiden's pain was deep and intense. He felt like a part of him had been ripped away, and he couldn't imagine how he would ever be able to go on without his parents. As the days turned into weeks, Aiden's pain only grew stronger. He struggled to sleep at night, haunted by nightmares of the accident and the loss of his parents. He stopped going to school and refused to see anyone outside of his immediate family. Aiden's relatives were worried about him. They knew that he needed help, but they didn't know what to do. Then, one day, Aiden's aunt heard about a Buddhist monk who lived in a nearby monastery and was known for his wisdom and compassion. The aunt decided to take Aiden to see the monk, hoping that he could provide some comfort and guidance. When they arrived at the monastery, the monk greeted them warmly and listened as Aiden's aunt told him about. The monk sat with Aiden and began to teach him about the Buddhist concept of impermanence. He explained that everything in life is constantly changing and that nothing is permanent or fixed. Your parents are gone, but they will always be a part of you, the monk said. Their love and their memories will live on within you, and you can honor them by living your life with kindness and compassion. Aiden listened intently as the monk spoke. He had never heard of Buddhism before, but something about the monk's words resonated with him. Over the next few weeks, Aiden visited the monastery every day to learn more about Buddhism from the monk. He learned about mindfulness and meditation, and began to practice these techniques to help him cope with his pain. Slowly but surely, Aiden began to feel better. He still missed his parents terribly, but he started to see that there was still beauty and love in the world around him. Years later, Aiden returned to the monastery to thank the monk for his guidance and wisdom. He told the monk how much his teachings had helped him to find peace and happiness in his life. I realized that everything in this world is impermanent, Aiden said, but that doesn't mean we can't find joy and beauty in every moment we have. Thank you for showing me the way. The monk smiled and nodded, knowing that he had helped one more person find peace and healing in their life. We cannot fully control our lives and the events that occur in them, but we can learn to accept and adapt to such changes. By being freed from attachment to impermanence, we can find peace and happiness in life, just as Aiden did after learning from the Buddha.